Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Corporal, bringing you and kind of an impromptu video. I was just busy for the last few days. Like I had off, like like I got to do stuff when it's my day off as well. So and sleep. So and I just didn't have time to do a Nerf review. I was planning on doing a review on a blaster, but time got caught up to me. So I'm gonna do, but I wanted to give you all a video, so I'm doing this review on the Nerf, the Lego, not the Nerf, the Lego Space Police 3 Hyperspeed Salute. This Pursuit. Okay, as you can see, I got this. I believe I got it for like, I think I got it for around $50, maybe 30. No, maybe it was 40. I got it for like around $40. I got it like a while back, like over a month ago, and I've never bothered to do a review on it, nor did I like bother to fix up the things. I just kept them on my table, and I just push them to the side because I do need only the police vehicle. I didn't need the dragster, so I just didn't care about it. And then I was like finally cleaning up the area, and it's like, oh yeah, I have these things that I will need in the future. If anything, for window dressing, not even for like actual use. And so it's like, oh, okay, I should talk about these things. Yeah. Let me do the ad by my book, authorhouse.com or barnesandnobles.com. So, let's get on to review. So, the Hyperspeed Pursuit came out a few years ago. I want to say like 20 into 10, 11, and it was $50. I remember it was I looked it up and I remember it was $50, but I don't remember what year it came out. And it was part of Space Police 3, which was a pretty cool line where the aliens were bad guys, which all media should have the aliens be just bad guys. And it was just a continuation of the original Space Police, and which originally hunted down Blacktron. So yeah, that's why I wanted it. I wanted Blacktron to have a scene where they're fighting Space Police, and I wanted just one cruiser, at least one, to be in a dogfight with the Blacktron cruiser. And so that's why we're here. And so let's talk about the actual police cruiser, because this is the vehicle I wanted. And also, I considered making my own vehicle, like like the dropship from the Lego movie, or just some little custom mock thing. But every time I tried doing it, it was a pain. But another thing I considered doing is just taking this thing apart and building it in a different way, which I might do, because there is technically an alternate build to this vehicle, which is the prototype build, and it has a very different look to it, but it gives it a more smaller profile. It's not as wide, it's not as long, because this thing has a pretty unique shape to it, like kind of like an X. But yeah, so the police cruiser it doesn't have that many play features, surprisingly. It just has a spot for one figure and a cage where you press this, it sends it flying. So you can put a guy in here, and this is the Space Police that came with this one. I don't have all the figures that came with this set, because I got this. I think that's why I got it for so cheap. I didn't have the figures, and I really didn't need them. I technically do have a Skull Twin with my Trioculus figure, which is just the head, but not the cool skull helmet, which, you know, I should go grab. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So, this was the figure. It just had a cool helmet, pretty much. But anyway, so you put him in there. His brother would go in the cruiser, shoot him out. I'll be free. And also, I didn't know this for a long time since I had it. I didn't know you could do this because it didn't come with the instruction manual. And this thing came in. The guy tried to shrink wrap the whole thing, and it came in badly. It was like in pieces. It was all together in the shrink wrap, but it had fallen apart completely. So it was just the shrink wrap was just holding it, and as soon as you unwrapped it, it crumbled. I didn't know you could do that. So yeah, that could come off. I might do something cool with that. Maybe put a turret. Because I think the guns on this thing are supposed to be the things in green. So yeah, it's and the cockpit is a problem too. It has it's stuck too hard on it. It's such a pain to remove. I got a brick separator right here. There we go. And always will loosen one of these pieces. This is an original. It didn't come with that, so I had to get a replacement. I think there's another reason why. It's like I wanted to get all the parts replaced, and I put the new version of the Space Police in it that you get in the minifigure pack, because I just wanted to see, can he fit in there? And there's a lot of room in there for your figure. And for customization, you could probably put like a weapon holder in there and all that. You could do pretty much a lot with it. But yeah, you got plenty of room. I almost actually used the legs of the Space Police characters for my Blacktron figures, but I really do want them to have like an opposing force, so I never did that. Would rather have a complete Space Police figure than. And look at these rockets. I think this is where we learned this design feature for engines and all that. It's from this set. Look at that. Of course, it is missing one, and it comes off so easy. There's nothing in there holding it together, but an axle pin would be so nice in here to hold it together. And yeah, some antenna. It had both these in there. I ended up using one for something else. So pretty cool build, but it's very flimsy in several locations. But especially because of the design of the cockpit. Next we have, oh my, give me a second, I gotta rub my eye. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just tired. I was gonna go to the gym today, and I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should rest. Next we have the cruiser used by the twins. Can only hold one of the twins inside. It's a some kind of muscle car. I'm not a car guy, so I wouldn't know unless you directly tell me what the car is. But it's, or a truck. So because it has this big trunk and everything, and this container of gold. It came with the 3 gold pieces, but I took them out because again, it came with 3 of these gold pieces, but I ended up putting one of these in there because it looked nice. I'm just gonna take it out later, but I just did that for fun. Very detailed, lots of stickers. Surprisingly, a lot of bullet holes in it. So it's been that got me thinking, like, so Are the space police weapons, are they kinetic or the ballistic weapons? So you're being shot with something solid that could cause the bullet holes and all that? Or do laser shots actually have the same effect? So you get a reference to insectoids on this sticker right here. Let's see if we can see it. I heart insectoids. Yeah. And I probably will modify this vehicle because I don't like the projectiles on it. I never really liked these projectiles. They're cool and all, but that is a hair trigger, and they fly pretty fast. Not that hard, but they do. And I think the play feature is kind of dumb because I rarely, if ever, you got to be like right next to the darn thing in order to hit it. It's a cool feature, but when on the ship, it doesn't really work as well. So, look at it. Without it, it's going to need something. But in the concept art, it didn't originally have these things, so it's probably going to be adding more of these, like it used to in the concept art, or maybe some kind of slope pieces to make it more even out. Or if I could find out what kind of car it's based off of, maybe I could copy the front of that. And yeah, just put it next to the. Look at that. They're almost the same length and width. It's very weird looking at these two together. Both are one-seat vehicles, and they're both the same length and everything. But this one just looks so more. Just looking at the design, it's like it's just so bulky and all that. Versus how sleek this is. Just I really just enjoy that. And I think they might even have the same part count too. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool that we're able to really build something with that. But it's at the same time, it's like we don't get that much out of this one though. The cruiser, the Blacktron cruiser, makes sense. The one person stealth fighter and all that. This thing is supposed to be a muscle car with its engine, with its trunk and everything, and it has supposed to have seats for two. So, oh yeah, another thing. This thing is also fairly flimsy. These are on there pretty good. But the wings, one came with one missing. They're barely on there. They come off all the time. Everything, and I believe these are on there. This thing comes off all the time too. And what else? Well, I also lose the front barely on there properly. The back came off too, and I kept putting it on along too. It's supposed to, but yeah. So those are all flimsy. Maybe I can modify it to fit both the Skull Twins in there, which I think I can. It might not be that hard because I got to probably really do is just remove this. Yeah, look at that. Remove this and just change it up a bit, and they go sit and run after the other because this is really dumb that the skull it's a twin. It's two of them. Only one of them can fit in this vehicle. That's really, really dumb. And the story doesn't make sense either because it's supposed to be that Hyperspeed pursuit is you're chasing after the police are supposed to be chasing after you because you robbed a bank. But the whole play feature of the vehicle is that you are chasing after the police officer to free your brother. So yeah, it doesn't really make sense in the lore. And what, did he catch your brother when you were robbing the bank? And he's going after you, or you turn around and went after him? It doesn't make sense. So, with all that said, I really do enjoy this set. It's like that. There's something Lego needs to do more often. Give us sets with 2 vehicles, and they've been doing that with Star Wars. We recently got the X-wing and TIE fighter, and we got that Mandalorian ship and TIE fighter. You know what? Yeah, they've done. Yeah, they've been doing it like a little bit more often recently with Star Wars. I think there's only been like 3 sets though to have had that. But I think it would be nice if we did get like more classic space ones, like another Blacktron cruiser going after a M-Tron vehicle or something like that. Because I don't like getting the one spaceship. I do have that's what I specifically wanted. But I think about it, it's like, yeah, I like the Slave 1. But it would be nice if the Slave 1 was chasing after something, right? Or like, yeah, they could give me more detailed Slave 1, but this was $50, and the current Slave 1 is $40. So, is it really like an extra $10 to get 2 vehicles out of it? Why couldn't I? Though this probably would have been like $60 today. So yeah, or $70. And they probably would have added a lot more detail to it and everything and all that. So yeah, maybe even put more figures. But yeah, thinking about it, it's like, yeah, why isn't that like a normal thing, like having that more often? And it did occur to me that there aren't really that many ships, and technically there are a ton of ships in Star Wars, but you watch the movies, like it's always like, oh, it's TIE Bomber versus X-Wing, or it's TIE Fighter versus X-Wing, or Y-Wing, or A-Wing versus the TIE Striker. It's very few, very like what's the word I'm looking for? Like non-inspired. It's like, yeah, I kind of get why they don't do that as often. But it was neat that at one point, like, yeah, you know what? Let's just make these completely cool original vehicles and have 2 of them in a pack, because they could have easily given us these separate. And I think maybe even separate, it would have been cool if they went like full blown detailed, like the because this could have been like the Speed Champions, like, as detailed as that. Just take out the play feature and just have a 2-seater. And I could see that as its own line. Let's make a series of like Lego Space Police and their villains, and just make it like Speed Champions. You buy the vehicles separate from each other. They have a play feature that makes them compatible with each other. And there you go. And you have the Battle Pack, which is just a group of alien thugs, or the Space Police, and the Space Police Battle Pack. And in those packs, we give them like speeders and all, like motorcycles. And you can have a playset that's a garage. So yeah, I could see this line coming back, them doing and going different directions with it completely. And I wish they did that. I'm tired of Star Wars. I want more unique ships and all that stuff. So, would I recommend buying this set? It's just too expensive. No. What you get, I think that you can part this out pretty easily. Because looking at it, it's not much. I pretty much have most of these parts. I really just needed these fins. And ultimately, I probably wouldn't even use these fins in the build. Just taking them off. Let's see how it looks. Yeah. I probably wouldn't have used them anyway. Because I don't think they really add anything other than like a shape to it, but that some other kind of slope piece could have done for it. I really kind of want to rearrange this. And this thing right here, I think you could get it for cheaper anyway, like maybe like $25, because for some reason people just don't want it. And even so, I don't like, again, the front, I don't like that. It's not that hard to piece out either. I guess if anything, maybe these slope pieces, but I'm pretty sure I have these in various... Oh, no, I don't have those at all. That actually might be a hard piece to get. I don't know. But all these other pieces, like the windscreen, the hood... Well, not the hood. This thing. I don't have them in the right colors, but I do have these pieces. I do have all of these pieces, except for, like, these up front. I know that. So, look at the bottom. It's just flat brick. Yeah, this thing probably will not be that hard to build out of my own collection. Won't look nice, but it's not hard. So yeah, just build this for yourself. Okay, because it's probably going to be cheaper anyway. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, I'm just tired. Okay, again, I work 13-hour shifts. You gotta understand that. And I try to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Try to get more videos, actually. I was gonna do Bronco Billy. I was gonna do a review on that, but it's like, you know what, now, let's talk about this. But I'm like, I am tired. And I have to go to the gym while being tired. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much. You all have a nice day. Bye-bye.